Hey, welcome to Unstoppable Agent. This is the show where real estate agents come to build their business, build their wealth, and build a life of impact and significance. I am super excited today to have three-time icon Jeff Russell join us from Orange County, California.
Let's see, Brian. Basically, I was a broker owner for a very long time, had a brokerage of about 100 plus agents. And when I came over to EXP 4 years ago, June, and someone told me about EXP about 5 years ago. I said, EXP will change your life, Jeff. And I laughed. And I look back at that day and man, look who's laughing now, because the only thing I'm not happy about with EXP is I'm sorry that I didn't join 5 years ago when that person told me, because it has absolutely changed my life. My production has gone up 42% just almost overnight coming over to EXP, just with all the tools and everything EXP has to offer. They have made things much more efficient, which has made me more effective and enabled me to close more transactions and do a lot more things for my clients. I have a very regimented, perfect daily schedule, I call it, for my coaching company I'm with. And what that entails is I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm at the gym by 5. I'm ready to have some personal time in the morning, ready to go at 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning every weekday. I have a daily huddle with everybody here at EXP in my downline or that wants to come on. It's an at-will thing, just to know that I'm there to help them. That actually helps me, to be honest, because I'm suited and booted at 7:30 ready to go. 8 a.m. I'm prospecting my SOI, my geo farm, and past from 10 a.m. to 11, I'm following up with most of those same people and then some. Noon's lunch, 1 p.m. and after is for appointments with sellers. Let's see, I want to be delicate about how I say this, but I'm a better producer by myself. I can just really crush it. I enjoy doing that. And I just didn't enjoy the day-to-day management of that many agents and their challenges. I have a smaller group of people that I coach and mentor, and that I like. As I help people and as they grow, I grow. So we're all on the same page. This first person was a very close friend of mine that sent me the video 5 years ago. And I'm a high D, right? I'm a driver. So I got that, and all of a sudden it's a scroll or shiny object. I watched the first minute or so and I just forgot about it. It wasn't until I do a lot of foreclosure, and I was at an REO conference in Palm Desert, California, and the gentleman that's my sponsor here at EXP says, Jeff, why don't you look at EXP? And my fiance, who's my partner, Kelly, in my real estate business and in life, she says, Jeff, just go look at the model. What could it hurt? And I just had 3 people around me, just go do it. So I went to a lunch and learn. I saw this soup to nuts with a bunch of people that came out. Scott Lewis and people like that flew out to do this lunch and learn with this group of about 50 people. I saw it, soup to nuts, and I went, oh my gosh. This is crazy. I called my sponsor. I said, I'm joining today. Boom, I joined as a broker. I could be in 2 places. So I joined to check it out, put my feet in the water, make sure it's everything they said. It was everything they said it was and more. And at that time, I only had a team of about 15 people, brought them into my regular monthly meeting that I have, said, hey, EXP's coming in, they're gonna show us their model. Okay, sure, Jeff, no problem. Everybody looked across the table at me after the presentation, said, what are we waiting for? Let's do it. And it's, I think, one of the biggest things for me, and I know it as an attractor myself, a high level attractor, that it's getting people to open their mind and sit down and listen to the model. Once a person does that's business minded, it's almost a no-brainer. It really is. That's why they say, once you see the model, you can't unsee it. That's really it. I've been doing this for almost 25 years now. When I got into real estate, it was REO that put me here. I was a lender and all of a sudden had 7 REO listings. Then it turned into 20, then 30. At one point I had 180 active REO listings. And I'd never been on a listing appointment in my life, if you can believe that. So I was blessed and came into this business. I'm boots on the ground. I'm not a big economics guy, but I can tell you that as the boots on the ground down here, people used to ask me, Jeff, how did you get 180 listings? How did you do this? I said, like Wayne Gretzky, the hockey player, I went to where the puck's going to be. I felt that it was coming and I went to the places and I got ahead of it. This time I feel the same thing. A lot of people are doubting that there's going to be REO. There is legacy inventory out there, REO inventory, that's been pushed back because of the whole COVID epidemic. And that right there in and of itself is going to be quite a bit of volume once those gates open up. But then you couple that with stuff that was in forbearance and the people that just can't make their mortgage payment, whether they've got equity or not, because we know a lot of people have a lot of equity now. So there is going to be less foreclosure, but there's still going to be a lot of regular retail sales, as I call it, ones that are in foreclosure, but they have equity. So just regular standard sales is what they're going to be. So you've got that happening. Short sales, probably not as much because of the equity position that most people are. However, there are a lot of people that are going to be short pay that will need a short sale expert like myself to help them. I've got a couple REOs recently that had equity and they were REO foreclosures. I don't know how they went into foreclosure. A lot of people put their head in the sand when that happens, and fortunately they get foreclosed on. You've got things like divorce, death, unfortunately, and all these different things that life happens. And they still, as I said, I had about 180 active listings back in 2009. Now I carry on the average about 8 REO listings because I am very connected in the REO industry, fortunately for me. They just come from different places. There's a lot of them are hard money loans. People get a hard money loan to fix and flip, and then they lose their home. So I get stuff from a $100,000 trailer in San Bernardino to I've got an $8 million home in the Palisades by Malibu right now that's an REO. And I tell my asset managers, I'll take your good, bad, and ugly and everything in between. Be an agent, it's tough. It is not easy. It looks easy on the outside, but it is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Your network is your net worth in sales, especially real estate, because everybody buys and sells houses. So just be very tenacious and consistent, and don't let your schedule run your life. You need to run your schedule and be consistent with it. Be consistent with your schedule. And an hour a day of training, do an hour a day of training. You self, like that book that we mentioned, The Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents. It's a good one. Jay Kinder's a co-author. But that and just doing what other agents can't or won't do is another big thing. I came from a corporate background as my partner Kelly, and that's one thing that I feel attributes to our success is we regimented schedules and respecting our profession. It's not a part-time gig for us. That this is 60 hours a week I work sometimes, but there again, some weeks I can get away with 30, but it's a full-time gig. There is so much training out there for you, and then the mentor program combined with EXP University is just a great curriculum for new agents. Get all the training you can and show up and be present and do the things that your mentor tells. I'm a certified mentor as well. Do the things that your mentor says. Do as many open houses as you can. That's the lowest hanging fruit. That and your sphere of influence. If they just would do that and be a full-time agent, because being a full-time agent is hard enough. New full-time agent is hard enough. But to be a new part-time agent, that's going to be a struggle. You can do it, don't get me wrong. And EXP, in my opinion, helps with that, because if you can come on as a part-time agent and start closing just a little bit of deals and get a little bit of rev share, you could get enough income to retire from whatever full-time job you're doing and get into real estate. So that's an opportunity that EXP lends to new agents that other companies do not. Our organization within EXP, we have 21 coaches, myself and Kelly being 2 of them, that we, for no charge, will coach anybody in our organization. I'm not talking about just our downline, but anybody in our organization. And that's something that I feel is really beneficial to new and experienced. Thanks for your time, and look forward to working with you.